I stop performing? How can we stop performing as men, as people, and pay attention instead? Pay attention, be present, stop performing. So this wake up epic is about performance. What is waking up inside you that doesn't need performing, but wants presence, aliveness, connection, something else? Take your legs a bit wide, get a firm, solid base, and start to move side to side. Move from one foot to the other. Check out how your ankles are moving and your knees are moving right now. What should you do with your hands? What do you feel like doing with your hands? Now, there's a couple ways to move side to side. Many, but try these. First, stay stay even, no bouncing, and just move side to side like you're pushing, and see how your hands then naturally accommodate that, go with that. Next, bounce. Does the hand movement, does the quality of your hands change? Next, go low. Good. Now, open your arms wide, palms face forward. Get a sense of there's a space in front of you. You can welcome it, you can pay attention to it, lots of things you can do with that space. And then move side to side with your arms wide the whole time. Palms are always facing forward in some way. So the main idea here is what you do from your base is going to affect, or can and ought to affect, what you do with your upper half, how it responds, if it's more proactive, more reactive, if it's appropriately responsive and reactive. Make a different movement pattern now. Maybe a figure eight is what I've created here. But a lot of times, if you think of this as a metaphor, and it is a metaphor and it evokes a pattern that is probably playing out in a lot of ways in other relationships, in your work, and things you do during the day. So, how many times, how many places do you have a certain kind of support, a certain kind of base, but then what you're up to up here is different? It doesn't really fit, it doesn't really match. So, something in you knows the answer to a question, what you should do, where you should go in a particular moment, in a bigger area, um, bigger context. And yet you do something different. You say something to please somebody, you say something to not get upset. There's a certain quality of performance rather than actually paying attention. I just started talking, less moving. Not a good performance. Okay, take your feet wider, narrower. So now with narrower base, what changes? Palms face forward. What can you do? Now, this is still a great mobility movement for your spine, but what's the quality? Like, what's it like? What's it like for you? I notice it's much more difficult to feel spacious. I would have less patience. Go wide again, just wide enough that you feel like, okay, I'm back in the game. I can continue. Now, we're going to change one thing. Turn the palms the other way, fingers in. Palms are still out, but fingers are in. And this time, you're moving side to side. But there's always this block, this shield, this edge, this container. What's it like for you? How close could somebody get to communicate to you, to participate with you, to collaborate with you? And just for fun, add a little bit more elbows and shoulders to get more into your ribs. Breathe a little bit bigger. Now, if you wanted some privacy and some deep work and you wanted to get things done and get into flow, this could be a fantastic way to do it. Know boundaries, clarity, get to work. Have a solid base. Support yourself. Feel supported by your environment. Turn the palms out again and try differently. Now, what is different? What changes? Okay, good. Shake a bit in a rotational way from the shoulders. Can you move from the shoulders? Now think about, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? How familiar is questioning yourself? Am I doing this right? And then shift to what would feel good? What would be my rhythm? What would change this for me? And bounce, like bouncing. Shaking, bouncing rotations, fantastic for stress release, but also I like, and I invite you to wake up your awareness. If you can be aware of patterns in your body, you can be aware, pay better attention to what's going on around you. Good. Now take your left foot forward, right foot back, palms open. Take a step back, fingers in. Other foot forward, palms open. Both feet back, fingers in. So we're saying, welcome, open, my attention can be out here. And then taking a step away from whatever's going on, creating some form of agreement, boundary, clarity, and being able to turn your attention to yourself, to your work, and toggle between the two. Open it up, close it down. Open boundaries are appropriate sometimes, and closed boundaries. And as you move from one to the other, you can make this a little bit bigger if you want. Explore a rhythm that feels like you're supported well from your feet up. Now, if something feels awkward, make it a little bit smaller, make it a little bit lighter. Yes, this can be tiring for your shoulders. Feel free to rest or use it as an exercise. Get a little more conditioning. Good. Stay forward on the next one. Either foot's fine. Okay. Where are you performing? In what ways are you performing? So here we're allowing ourselves to be exposed and giving ourselves the most ability to be aware of the space. And yet I'm asking, where are you performing? Right? So in what ways are you not letting yourself do this in life? Step back, fingers in. Okay. Now, where are you performing? In what ways are you performing? How familiar is performing? So in terms of boundaries, healthy boundaries, unhealthy boundaries, habitual boundaries, new boundaries that are needed, in what ways are you performing? And boundaries could be supportive. Good. Let that go. Shake it out. And from the head this time, gentle circles, little infinity design with your nose to create some neck mobility. While you do that, find your balance between your toes and your heels. So find a good, a well-supported posture, well-supported stance, well-balanced stance. And then find the right flow here that feels the best. Good. May this have woken something up in you that helps you stop performing or perform more consciously, because both are valid. Both can be valid. And as you can manage your openness and your boundaries, you can have a lot more ease, a lot more skill with that.